Today, we're counting down 4 of the most terrifying predators that ever existed on this earth. 2 of them are still being reported alive, in real locations, and science has no clean explanation. Tyrannosaurus Rex. The real T-Rex was so much more terrifying than any movie has ever shown. This animal stood 20 feet tall, 40 feet long, weighed up to 9 tons. And those tiny arms everyone loves to joke about, completely irrelevant, because T-Rex didn't need arms. It had the most powerful bite force of any land animal that has ever lived. 12,800 pounds of pressure per square inch. It could bite through solid bone and swallow the pieces whole. Scientists have found T-Rex bite marks going completely through the bones of its prey. But here's what most people don't know. T-Rex was almost certainly covered in patches of primitive feathers. It had forward-facing eyes like an owl, giving it precise, locked-on depth perception. It could track moving prey with terrifying accuracy. And recent studies suggest it was far smarter than we ever gave it credit for. With a brain complexity closer to modern birds and reptiles, it didn't just overpower its prey, it outsmarted it. For over 2 million years, T-Rex sat at the very top of the food chain in North America. Nothing challenged it. Nothing even came close. Then 66 million years ago, a 6-mile-wide asteroid hit Earth at 45,000 miles per hour. The impact was so violent it vaporized everything within hundreds of miles instantly. The dust cloud blocked out the sun for years. The food chain collapsed completely. And T-Rex, the most dominant land predator in Earth's history, was gone in what was essentially a cosmic accident. Some paleontologists have a theory that genuinely changes how you think about dinosaurs. If that asteroid had missed Earth by just 30 minutes, T-Rex would still be here today, still evolving, potentially developing even greater intelligence. The only reason we exist is because a rock hit at exactly the right moment. Megalodon, the ocean monster. Megalodon wasn't just a big shark. It was the most dominant marine predator that has ever existed on this earth. 60 feet long, weighing over 100,000 pounds. With a jaw so wide, a full-grown adult human could stand inside it without ducking. Its teeth were the size of your entire hand. Serrated edges sharper than any knife ever manufactured. And that bite force, 40,000 pounds of pressure per square inch, 3 times more powerful than T-Rex. It didn't just bite through flesh, it bit through whales. Scientists have found whale bones with Megalodon bite marks, so deep they went completely through the other side. This animal didn't hunt fish. It hunted the hunters, sperm whales, humpbacks, giant sea turtles. Anything in the ocean was prey. For over 20 million years, Megalodon owned every ocean on this planet simultaneously. Scientists say it went extinct 3.6 million years ago. In 1875, a research vessel pulled Megalodon teeth from the ocean floor that were only 10,000 years old. Fresh, barely fossilized. Scientists quietly shelved the findings. In 2013, a fishing vessel off the coast of South Africa captured drone footage, a shadow beneath their boat, longer than the vessel itself. No identification was ever made. The deepest part of the ocean descends over 36,000 feet. We've explored less of the deep ocean than we've explored the surface of Mars. Megalodon needed deep, warm water to survive. The deep ocean is dark, pressurized, and largely unmapped. Science says it's gone. The ocean hasn't confirmed it yet. Mosasaurus. Unlike most prehistoric predators, this one didn't just rule one region. It ruled every ocean on Earth. 57 feet long, built like a torpedo with legs. For powerful flippers that could accelerate its massive body through water with terrifying precision. A tail fin that generated thrust like a living engine. But here's what made Mosasaurus truly different from every other marine predator. It had 2 sets of teeth. One set on the outer jaw, long, curved, conical fangs for grabbing, and a second set on the roof of its mouth, pointing inward like fish hooks, so that once something entered that jaw, there was absolutely zero chance of escape. Nature didn't just build a predator. It built a trap with eyes, and it was warm-blooded. Unlike most reptiles, Mosasaurus maintained its own body temperature, meaning it was fast, aggressive, and active in conditions that would slow other predators completely down. And let's talk about that skull for a second. Mosasaurus had a skull almost 6 feet long, longer than most humans are tall. Just the head. Scientists who first examined the fossils in 1764 couldn't even agree on what kind of animal it was. Some thought crocodile, some thought whale. Nobody had ever seen anything built quite like this before, because nature had never needed to build anything quite like this before. It also had a forked tongue, like a snake, which means it was actively tasting the water around it, tracking chemical signatures of prey from miles away, locking onto a target before the target even knew the hunt had begun. 65 million years ago, the asteroid hit. The same rock that wiped out T-Rex on land wiped out Mosasaurus in the water. Oceans acidified. Food chains collapsed. The greatest marine predator in history was gone in geological seconds. Haast eagle. Every predator we've talked about today was terrifying in its own way. But there is something uniquely, psychologically horrifying about a predator that comes from above. No warning, no sound, just shadow and then impact. Haast's eagle was the largest eagle that has ever existed. And it didn't just hunt birds or small mammals. It hunted the moa, a flightless bird that stood 12 feet tall and weighed over 500 pounds. Haast's eagle would fold its wings, drop into a near vertical dive at speeds exceeding 50 miles per hour, and hit its prey with a force equivalent to a cinder block dropped from a building. Its talons, each one the size of a modern tiger's claws, would pierce straight through bone on impact, gripping the moa's spine or skull with a force no living thing could escape from. It lived in New Zealand, an island ecosystem that had no large land predators. Every living thing there had evolved with zero defense against a predator from above. The moa didn't run. It didn't hide. It had no instinct for it. And Haast's eagle exploited that completely. But here's what makes Haast's eagle the most chilling entry on this entire list. It didn't go extinct millions of years ago. Haast's eagle was alive and hunting in New Zealand just 500 years ago. When the Maori people arrived on the islands, they encountered it directly. Their legends describe a massive eagle called the pukai, a bird so large it could carry off humans. Not children, adults. Scientists initially dismissed this as mythology. Then they found the bones. The talon structure of Haast's eagle is consistent with being able to grip and carry prey weighing up to 180 pounds. When humans hunted the moa to extinction, Haast's eagle lost its primary food source and followed it into oblivion within decades. The entire ecosystem collapsed that fast. In the remote mountain ranges of New Zealand's South Island, occasional reports still come in. Enormous birds, wingspans beyond anything known, seen briefly before disappearing into dense forest. Scientists dismiss every single one, but 500 years is nothing in evolutionary terms. And New Zealand's interior ranges still hide ecosystems that have never been fully surveyed. The pukai of Maori legend was real once. The only question is, how real is it still? The deep ocean is 80% unexplored. The Amazon is 95% unmapped. And every single year, science discovers species it said couldn't exist. Which one of these would you least want to encounter? Drop it in the comments right now. Hit that like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.